quite a while. It's been the whole year of 2020. We took a long break. As you can see, a little bit of the setup's a bit different. And I'm the only one here. Mary kind of had to dip out, but responsibilities, like, it gets to us all. So welcome back to Stay Woke Living. This is episode, I actually even don't know anymore. But at this point, let's just call it episode 1 for 2020, Stay Woke Living. And this is our new segment with our lovely guest. Gav, please go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's up? My name's Gavin Gotidoc. I'm from United States of America, Bremerton, Washington.
USA.
Yes, sir.
All right.
But I've been living here for like 3 years now.
Cool. All right. Well, Gavin, I mean, like, this is kind of a random thing, but like, how are you?
I'm good, man.
How's COVID, like, for you?
Like everybody else, this lockdown craziness has been bad, but for like me and my family, we've been good. Like God's been treating us good. You know, me and my wife just got married in the lockdown.
Right. Yeah, cool. That's lovely. That wasn't too long back, right?
Yeah, it was like a couple weeks ago.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so now you're living it up.
Yeah, I'm about to actually move back to the States.
Okay.
In actually a week.
Wow.
So this is actually a good like last minute interview type thing because this is like a time for me to reflect.
True.
You know.
Oh, well, I mean, you reflect, I reflect.
Yeah.
Reflect.
So, I mean, we've been living in the Philippines for about the same amount of time. Like,
yeah. Me and you, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, well, like, come on. Let's tell the people a little bit like what you're about. So, how was it like growing up? Because I mean, you grew up in the States.
Yeah.
You didn't grow up here, right? So
No.
a lot of the people maybe watching might not know what it's like.
Yeah, it's just so different because like I see how some people grow up here compared to how I was growing up in the States, and it's so different. Like it's a culture shock. You know what I mean? Like since I can remember, like over here, I don't really know how people like grow up because there's so much poverty and like there's also like it's either you're low income or you're rich income here.
Yeah.
Like in the States where I was from, like there's middle class, there's a middle, and I kind of lived growing up a little bit in the lower to middle class type thing. So like there's a lot of stuff that I was exposed to as a young kid that most kids don't really get exposed to.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
a lot of drug abuse, most of my family are, and that's how I got into it, type of thing. But yeah, like in the States, I don't know if I would rather like grow up here in the Philippines or in the States, because like there's always like a pro and con, like here it's either it's just I don't know, it's just so different. You know what I mean? You should know.
Yeah, no, I can kind of see where you're going.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, living in the Philippines, growing up here is a little bit different, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I myself, I grew up here till I was about 8, but I moved out, so I don't even feel Filipino.
Yeah.
I'm sure the same for you.
Yeah, it's just more like independent there, Like I don't know, in my situation, like I kind of just grew up fast.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, no, I feel like a lot of people in the U.S. when they grow up to want to be independent. They want to leave the house.
Yeah.
Here. But here it's like some people stay till like they're 30.
Exactly. And that's cool. Like there's like I said, it's a pro and a con type of thing.
Right.
Like I have siblings who still sleep with their parents type thing, and then like for me, that was like frowned upon. Like you sleep in your own room type thing, which is both ways is fine. But I'm just saying like.
It's a different
over here they just kind of like baby you more, like or in the States it's like figured out, figured out on your own, So
you're 18, get out of the house, go figure out your life. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're hungry, go get something to eat.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So the U.S. was kind of, would you say it was hard?
Not really hard. It was just more of like, it's easier to like find yourself and like know who you are younger, like I just see the difference because like my little brother at his age, like I just see the difference. Like in the United States, I grew up playing outside, running around like my subdivision type thing. Over here, it's just kind of like they're scared, like you might get kidnapped type thing, like especially in the States, they always said that like my family never wanted me to come here. Like you speak American, you look American, you're gonna get kidnapped type of thing, you know. So like I always had that fear of coming here, like knowing that. But when I came here, it wasn't like that. Like I could understand how it could be like that because like there's a lot of abductions.
Yeah.
But like there's abductions everywhere.
True.
You know.
I mean, it's not just here. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not just here. That's very true. So wait, so then what was it like, you know, I mean, like, shoot, how long were you in the States for?
My whole life, man. Like I moved here when I was 21, 22.
And you are now?
I'm 25 now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Same age.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
You know,
yes,
like,
sir.
All right. Okay, cool. So wait, all right then. I want to know a little bit more about, like, you know, how it was like at home, cause like, you know, for me, I know that my dad grew up in the U.S., right?
Yeah.
And in the U.S., home life is very, yeah, as you say, independent. But like, what was it like, you know, going to school?
Oh yeah. So
like, what was that? Your teenage years, you know, childhood, whatever. Like, just go on, man. Take
yeah.
it away.
Okay. So like, growing up, both of my parents worked. My stepdad, my blood father was here with my other siblings, and then I had a stepdad and my blood mother that I was living with in the States. So my stepdad's job was he would be gone for like 6 months,
Right.
you know, and then my mom, she would be working like a 9 to 5 type of job, so she was gone. So and I'm the oldest, so like I really had to like, you know, watch over my siblings type thing, make sure they're fed type,
Yeah.
but I also had to do school and stuff, like, so I had my own life too, you know, so. Like that's what I mean by like in the States. What I mean is like you go more independent. It's because like, you know, you don't have like over here. Like I've noticed my siblings, they have their parents over their shoulder watching everything that they do.
Support.
Yeah, support type thing.
Almost obsessive support.
Yeah, a little bit. You know, I could just see it. While how I grew up, it was kind of like you figure it out. Like you do it yourself type of thing. Your siblings are hungry, you feed them. You know, you're hungry, you figure out ways to get food type of stuff. Because you can't just call your mom and be like, Mom, come home, I'm hungry. You know, you got to do stuff on your own type stuff. So I feel like the way that, like, you know, balancing school and stuff, because I was terrible at school. I'd skip school. But, like, that mentality that the States kind of gave me was, like, figure it out type. Like,
You're on your own.
Yeah, you're on your own. I don't care if you have to cheat, steal type thing. It was like a survival type thing. You know what I mean? Like, figure it out, you know? So, like, I just feel like over here, because in the States, like it's a thing. Like time is money, you know. Like I feel like when I came over here, everything's just so laid back. Like, you know, people just they don't.
Why do you think a lot of people are poor, right?
Yeah, true.
No, but jokes aside, I really mean that. Jokingly, you know. But, yeah, but I guess, did you grow up in a tough neighborhood in the U.S.?
No? Because I'd move a lot.
Okay.
So like in Bremerton or in Kitsap County in the States,
Yeah.
it was like pretty much all white people. Like there's like a few colored people every now and then, like the Mexicans, the blacks, but like I hung around them because like the white people there they're just rich, man. Like they would always come to school in like the freshest gear.
Oh yeah.
Fresh gear.
The rich white kids.
Yeah.
And the Ferraris.
Exactly.
And like the nice cars. Right?
Exactly. And I'm Filipino, but like going there with like flooded with Mexicans, they thought I was Mexican. So I hung out with
You look Mexican.
exactly. Everyone always says I'm not a drop of blood Mexican in me.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. Good. It's good for them to know.
Yeah, but like I hung out with those types of people because like,
Okay.
you know, like I don't know, like when
Just kinda fit.
I was growing up, the browns, like the
Just
colored
fit.
stuck with this, you know, and like we would just like steal from the white kids, the rich white kids.
It's crazy.
You know, and like I had this really big friend. His name was Junior. He's a Mexican dude. He was super strong, and I was super skinny. So we would like while everyone's in class doing like PE, like whatever. Me and my friend would go into the boys' locker room and just like he was strong enough to bend the lockers, and I was skinny enough to like reach in there.
Oh, God.
So like we would like find people's wallets of like $100 in it, split it 50-50. You know, like.
Well, those kids are gonna spend it on
Well,
what anyway.
exactly. And like see like for me or my homie Junior, like if we lost $100, we go to the office, be like, yo, my wallet's missing type thing. Like we would steal from these kids and they wouldn't even report it. Like I know that they can get it again. Like, you know, like that's how rich they were.
Yeah,
You
they,
know?
like they lost $100.
Exactly.
So it's like,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah. And like while I'm getting hand-me-downs from my cousins, you know, and you know, but that's what I mean. Like when I came here to the Philippines, like poor is that's a different type of poor. Like, but then again though, it's like if I was the same age in the States, but I moved here to the Philippines, like I feel like I would just like make a way. Like, you know, you gotta make a way to survive, to eat.
Right.
You know, like being.
So you feel like kind of like either way, even if you were here, it would have been sort of still a very survival kind of thing.
Maybe like it's about who you know. Like I don't even speak the language here.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah,
like
I'm sure that's tough.
you know, it's like I feel like an alien when I'm here.
Even me.
Yeah, like I have like I don't know, like street lingo, and like anybody in the States, they understand it. Like they'll think you're ignorant or whatever, but they still understand it.
They still understand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you can kind of like rub off of people's vibes. Like you know when to talk, like proper to somebody. But like here, it's just the same. They don't understand me. Even when I try and speak like a little bit, they don't get it. You know.
Wow. I mean, I guess I've been in those situations. You know, sometimes I get my Indonesian mixed up with my Tagalog. You know, and that's my biggest issue because it's such similar languages. All right, cool. So, all right then. After school.
After school, like.
Because you moved here when you were 21.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So after school, like, let's say, you know, teenage years, any specific experiences you went through that you know really left the mark?
Yeah, like, okay, I'll actually tell you how I ended up here in the Philippines.
Okay,
type
go.
thing. Okay, so like
on.
right after I graduated high school, I was just doing like the normal thing, like where everybody does, get a job, type job. But I was also doing other stuff on the side, selling slanging whatever I needed.
Yeah.
You know, just like side jobs, because that's just one thing that I realized too. Like I needed to work. I needed to always make money.
Hard stuff though, right?
Yeah, hard stuff, man. Like
really
I was pushing. Not nothing like no Breaking Bad.
Oh yeah. No, nothing like that.
Yeah.
But like
enough to supply myself. You know.
But it was pretty up there when it comes to narcotics.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like just like pain medication, stuff that are really hard to find too. Like I knew the plug, so like I was the plug. You know, so like it started off like that. Like I was just working type jobs and then doing that on the side, and then like I started to like at that age when you just graduate high school in the States, at least it's your party time.
How old is it? 16?
Like no, like 18.
18. Okay.
Yeah, 17, 18. Like especially like when I was still in high school, because like I finished all my classes, so like I had open classes, so I could just like that was my last party session, like my last, because this is in Hawaii now, because I moved from Seattle to Hawaii, and when I was 15 I moved to Hawaii.
You moved all the way out to an island.
Yeah, another island. Yeah.
That was completely different, I'm sure.
It was, but the thing is like on my stepdad's side, they're all from Hawaii. So like I would visit Hawaii before I lived there every summer. Every summer break I would go there.
Oh, so it wasn't something
No, it's still the United States.
Okay. Cool.
Like Hawaii is still the United States.
Yeah.
You know, so.
But even when you're there, it just feels so much more laid back.
Yeah.
It's
it
really
is.
different.
But to be honest, everyone doesn't know it, but like Hawaii, it was street. Like that was probably the hardest place I've ever lived. Like
I can believe. Yeah. I
yeah,
can believe
they're like islanders. Like if you're from Hawaii, man, those guys have street mentality, man. Like I learned a lot there. Till I was 15 till I was like 18, man. I learned a lot in Hawaii, man. Like knowing that some of my family members are into like in the game type thing. So like I learned a lot of stuff from them. Like some stuff I probably shouldn't have learned. But
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe, but.
But like I'm glad I did. So like I'll always catch it out. Like if my kids ever, are into stuff, like I'll know it. You know what I mean? But yeah.
You've been through the ringer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enough to know what not to
let
your kids do.
Exactly. Because like I was.
Since we're talking about kids, like, are you already there?
What?
Thoughts of kids? No.
Maybe when she's 25. She's 21 right now. So when she's 25, a few years. Yeah.
You let us know, Athena, when he tells you, huh? Anyways.
No, we plan on kids. We always talk about it.
Cool.
Yeah.
How many?
2 right now. I want 2 right now. Like.
2?
Yeah.
No 12? No football team?
No,
I'm kidding.
No way.
Hey, well, that's cool, man. So wait, Hawaii and then.
Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, I moved from Seattle to Hawaii, which is a huge culture shock because
Right, I'm sure.
from all white kids like to like a few little hood rat kids to just
Filipino almost looking kids.
yeah, to like all brown and just crazy because like in Seattle where I was from they bang with like weapons. Over here it was partly weapons, but most of the time it was just like you fight, like you just fight your way through everything.
Yeah.
You know, so like that's when I started to heavily get into the drug game. Was in Hawaii. I started to get into pills, like painkillers type stuff, because I was also selling it. Like I knew a plug from the States and then from Washington, Seattle, and then I found another one in Hawaii, and I started to just like really like meet people off of that. Like that was my way of meeting people, type thing. And then it just got like I said, I was in my partying stages, so I started getting high off my own supply type thing, really getting into like into it. And then I moved back. Like after like I had enough money. I was like, you know what? I'm getting caught up into too much stuff here. Like I was robbing people. People were like looking for me type stuff. So I was like, you know what? I'm out. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm out. So I moved back to Bremerton, Washington. Thought everything was gonna be good, But I like as an addict, you're unpredictable.
Yeah.
You're unpredictable. So I kind of got back into it.
Was it pretty bad for you?
For what? Yeah, it was pretty bad. Like, just like nothing like Scarface or anything like that. But I was just really, really reckless. Like when I'd party, like I would just do a lot of drugs.
Mindless.
Yeah.
Mindless.
Just
almost.
like yeah, because like
mindless party.
Yeah, exactly. But like me and my godbrother, we would seriously just stay up in my house, just getting dangerously high type stuff. And like a couple times I almost OD'd. But just luckily like I said, like God was watching over me all those times. You know what I mean? So like, cause when I saved up a lot of money in Hawaii, so when I moved back to Washington, I had it all set up. I had a place to stay, I had a car, I had a job,
Right.
I had my plug so I can get anything I wanted.
And here you're how old now?
Right here I was around 20. I was around 20 years old.
So this is just like not long before you decided to come out here.
Yeah. Okay. So like this is what happened, right? So my dad pretty much set up everything for me. Like I had a place to stay, a house, whatever, and as long as I was working, like making money wise, I was doing pretty good. But like if you really just were to step into my life, like my dad did, it was crazy, man. Like people, just random people that I haven't even met yet would just come to my house. Random people knocking at my door at 3 a.m. asking for prices, type stuff.
Jeez.
And I always had my gun on me. Like that was my main thing. Like my dad was more worried about like I was doing all this crazy illegal stuff, but I also had a gun on me. So like that's anything you do, plus you're armed. Like you rob somebody, now it's armed robbery.
Yeah.
You steal something, now it's it's armed robbery.
It becomes another.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like when he saw all that, when he came to visit me, he was like, no, he gave me the choice in saying like, you could leave all this behind and come with me to the Philippines and just, I don't know nobody here. I know not an absolute soul here besides my family, So I was like, what the hell? I almost died on my 21st birthday by overdosing on Xanax. So yeah, let's give it a shot. I said that actually high. So like,
You didn't realize the decision
I was kind of making, So like I was packing my stuff, I quit my job, and I was like, wow, this is getting real. Like we're about to move to the Philippines, packing up my stuff and I'm going, type stuff.
You've never been here?
I've been here once, but like it was like a vacation,
And probably much younger.
Yeah, I was 18 when I came here, and I visited here for a month.
Okay.
So it wasn't that long. So when like I packed up all my stuff, and then I came here to the Philippines, not knowing a soul. So like, this is like the perfect rehab, because I was strung out on a lot of drugs, man. Like Percocets, Xanax, you name it, man. Like
yeah, those are the kind of things that even here are a little bit more like less to come by.
Exactly, and
so
like
you really got away from it.
Exactly, and like coming here to the Philippines actually changed my life a lot. Like it was life changing. Like I came here,
How so?
I came here like seriously dependent on drugs, but my dad's a scuba diver. He's a scuba diver instructor, so he kind of like he got things off my mind. Like I didn't have any like really bad withdrawals. I was always doing something, like he had me out for like a good 2 months. That's how I got sober.
Oh, wow.
I got super sober. Yeah. So like I would just be doing like crazy stuff for him, like his dogs, scuba diving. Like we would go to resorts and just scuba dive for a whole week. Like that is like the best rehab that you could ever get. You know, imagine
Wait,
that.
who did this with you?
My dad.
So your dad just basically took you out and kept you busy.
Yeah, he pretty much was like, you're leaving this life behind, and you're gonna come with me to the Philippines. You know nobody there. You know no plugs. You don't even
So
know.
it's perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect. You're gonna sober up, and you're gonna do activities on the way, because like I've had friends who've been strung out on Xanax and Percocet, and, you know, codeine, all that, and they have like seizures, man. Like they're seriously,
Yeah.
they have like crazy,
Oh, wow.
you know. And like when I came here, when I kept my mind busy, like I was like meditating, all that type of stuff. I didn't have any withdrawals, not a single one, not a single like I need this, like I need to hit up somebody. Nah, dude, like.
But was it like that for maybe a little while?
A little while, like I'll think about it a lot, but like
But
now,
what made you veer away from it? Like
Like,
what
honestly,
pulled you away from it?
like scuba diving, like now I'm not worried about how I'm gonna get supplied. I'm worried about my air tank and if I'm gonna have enough air to be under the water. You know, like that type of stuff. Once you get your mind off of it, type thing,
It's easier.
it's easy. It's super easy. Like I was doing activities, you know, like stuff they do at rehab, but like better.
Yeah, no,
you know.
I actually, you know, sneak peek a little bit. I was on a rehab when I first came back to Manila.
Okay.
Out in a farm.
Yeah.
With a bunch of people who were rehabilitating themselves
Exactly.
from addiction.
Yeah.
So I know what addiction can be like.
Yeah, and like,
wild.
and yeah, like I said, my whole family, we're all addicts. Besides my mom, my dad, my blood father was an addict. My grandpa was an addict. My mom's little brother was an addict who kind of raised me. We were all like, you know. So when I came here to the Philippines, like I said, it was like the best rehab. Like I could talk to somebody, which was my dad, my family, my little brother. I could talk to any one of them, you know, about anything. Like we went to church type stuff. So like it really. Like I said, if I was still in the States, man, I wouldn't be here right now. Like I'd be dead, man, guarantee. Like, I put that on anything. Like I'd probably be dead. I was just like reckless when it came to like pills, you know, because like I wasn't just because like the pills that I was doing were downers, and then I would snort something that was an upper. So like, dude,
You were always going up and down.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, like your body can't handle that for a long time. Like I already knew it, you know.
Okay.
Two
so
ODs.
fast forward, you're in the Philippines now.
Yeah.
You've been doing scuba diving with your dad.
Doing scuba diving.
You've been doing activities.
Yeah, cause like when I first moved here, he was like on a work role. Like he was doing tattoos. He's a tattoo artist. You know, he was doing. He had clients, so like I would just help him. I'll just go wherever he went. He'd make T-shirts. You know, we'd press T-shirts. It's like anything that I couldn't do in the States, like just to get my mind off of
You
like.
just did it here.
Yeah, I did it here type thing. You know.
Did you find any newfound hobbies?
Yeah, scuba diving. I like actually like put on weight because we started hitting the gym like a lot.
Right,
Like
yeah.
that was like exercise, man. I learned a lot about that, like how to get myself. Like I know myself now. Like if I wanted to get like that, I know what to do type thing.
Okay, cool.
You know. So yeah, like when I was doing activities with my dad, like going like house to house, because he's doing like home service for tattooing and stuff like that. Like I was just getting work done too. Like I almost died a couple times scuba diving. So like after something traumatic would happen, like I'd be like, all right, let's get some work done. And like I got like a skull with like octopus tentacles coming out of its head, because like I think it was like the first time I was learning how to scuba dive. Like something was wrong with my regulator and like water was shooting in. So like I started to panic and we were super deep. Like
Oh, wow. Yeah, I know
yeah.
what that is. I've been scuba diving.
Yeah. So like when I almost OD'd before, like I had this like life, like it was weird. Like it was almost like being high, almost like you could just like all these colors and stuff. And like I've had friends who've done like drugs that make you know see stuff that happen when you die, like DMT.
Yeah, DMT.
Yeah, and like I felt like that's what it was. Like yeah, you've done that.
I've tried it.
Yeah,
once.
exactly. So you know like the
Very-
colors and stuff.
yeah.
Like I've done a lot of hallucinogens, bro. And like I was like, dude, that was me dying. Like that was my body shutting down. And the same thing happened when I went scuba diving, you know. And like
Wow.
yeah, so like after that incident, you know, my dad saved me, of course. You know, he's an instructor. He saved my life, whatever. But like after that happened, it was like I wasn't the same for like about a couple days, just because like I had that flash again, you know, like that near death like flash where like
how do you say, whiplash.
Yeah,
It's
it was-
kind of like whiplash for 2 days.
yeah, it was like my brain like making me actually realize things, you know, again.
Okay.
You know, like when you do like acid, like you have like this, like everything that was blocked and clouded from like your mind is now open and revealed. It's like
Yeah,
some
it's
people
like
can't handle that.
It's like a centered thing. It
Yeah.
aligns you with everything.
Exactly. So like,
Shocking thing for most people.
yeah, exactly. And like my thing too is because my dad's a tattoo artist. Anytime like I have like an idea or like,
You just shoot it up his way.
yeah, I'm just like, yo, dad, this is my design. I need it on my body now. You know, like a lot of my tattoos are like that, like spontaneous. Some of them don't even have to do with like a life-changing experience. I was just like, dude, this looks cool here, you know. But like most of them are from like life-changing experiences, you know.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anything specific? Any one of them that was big? Because I did see some of your work and you covered up.
Yeah. So like,
So what had happened there?
so like on my thighs, I tattooed them myself, and I was like 17 or 18.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so they weren't good tats.
They weren't
you
good.
Just wanted to cover them up.
No, okay.
Okay.
So like when I was like, I think I was 17. Like me and my mom, we got into like an argument, and she was just like, you know what, stay in your room. Like it was like she was pretty much grounding me, and I was just so pissed off at her. She always told me not to tattoo myself. I tattooed myself. Like she walked in on me.
In spite. Huh?
Yeah, just because I was so mad, and I was just not happy about the outcome of them.
So you had them done.
Yeah, so like after that life-changing experience of me almost dying scuba diving, I found this image of a skull. It was like he's like at the bottom of the ocean because there's like tentacles coming out of the skull, and he did it on my thigh. But the thing was, it was so painful. Like I don't know why on my thighs I didn't finish it, so it's not really complete. But I will finish it.
All right, so damn, what a life, man. Like, you know, I'm just kind of like a little bit mind-boggled, you know, that we had sort of been through a little bit of the tussle in the same way.
Yeah.
You know, like back in Indo was sort of the same for me.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You know, yeah, you know, let's not talk about me. There's enough of me in the camera, anyways, you know. Okay, so yeah, how is your time here? How do you feel now that you're going back? Like, any like things you wanna like get out, or like were there things here that you might remember for the rest of your life?
Yeah, dude, most definitely. So like, before, like I said, when I was in the States in Seattle, I was more like selfish. You know, I didn't really care about my future type of stuff. You know, and then I came down here and everything just within the last 3 years, everything like has been planned out for my life. Right. You know, so like I'm gonna go back there with a different. It's a different person, a totally different person. Like I have a wife now. I gotta think about us now. You know, so like I have goals. Like me and my dad, we're both going back. You know, like and my dad is someone like I want to be like, because we're like I feel like we're like the same person. You know, we've both been through a lot. Of course, he's been through more. Like he was a ranger in the army, bro. But
we're young compared.
Yeah,
to
exactly,
so,
exactly. So like I just feel like I'm gonna go there with like a different person, man. Like even with the tattoos, man, I came there with nothing. Now I'm going there fully from earlobe to my feet.
How do you think that's gonna be for you?
You know, I think it's gonna be good. Yeah,
work-wise?
like I'm gonna be going there with everything against me. And like I can't wait to just. I've been through worse.
Prove it all.
Prove it all. Like I'm going there during COVID. Everyone's saying you can't find a job. Like I have interviews lined up. Type. Like everyone's saying your tattoos, man. I don't want to work those type of jobs that, where I have to deal with customers not liking my. I'm gonna. I know where I'm headed. I know.
You know exactly what you want to do.
Yeah, exactly. I know where I'm headed.
That's good, man. A lot of people don't.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, we're only 25, but like.
Yeah, I'm using that as an advantage, though. Type,
yeah. Like we're young. We got so much time to make mistakes.
Yeah.
If ever, or
exactly.
to risk it all.
Exactly. And like everyone has always told me about that, getting tattoos. Like I got my neck done. They're like.
Oh my God.
But like.
Tattoos are always such a taboo for some people.
Exactly. Especially here.
Tats, like they won't accept you. Like.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know, man.
But like I said. But the uncle who helped raise me, he's a felon. He had a good job, but he's in prison now. But like, if anyone out there who's intimidated by getting a job because tattoos, felons get jobs all the time. If they can get a job,
You definitely
You
could.
definitely can. Just you know, you gotta know your resources type stuff.
And you gotta
you
know
know?
yourself too.
Yeah.
I mean, confidence plays a big part too,
Yeah.
right? I
Exactly.
mean, no felon can get another job if they're not confident. They're not gonna like fuck up something.
Yeah. You just gotta learn how to know how to talk to people.
Yeah. Hey, you know, like this is really funny. You know, I'm just gonna segue off. Just so you guys know, I'm actually at Brooklyn Social right now. The lovely owners of Brooklyn Social has allowed us to use this place. But as you can see, there's a little bit of a, you know, in the background. It'll disappear, but there we go. So we'll just jump right back off. I hope you guys don't mind. That will definitely be in the video, and you will see this. So, you know, it's chill.
Someone's getting faded up.
Someone's getting faded. Yeah.
Someone's
yeah.
looking fresh right now.
All right. So, wow, man, you're gonna be in the U.S. Jan 6.
Yeah.
All right. You're flying. What airlines?
I think Philippine Airline.
Philippine
Yeah.
Airlines?
But dude, it's like a 14-hour plane ride, man.
Do you have to wear PPEs, man?
I don't think so. We checked in. We don't even have to get tested. They're not even testing us.
Cool.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
it's
So no
pretty easy.
PCR, no nothing. Because
Yeah.
my buddy just went to Canada. He had to get a PCR before.
What is that, PCR?
PCR is the full test, the one where they antibody. You know, they swab your nose, they get your blood, they do a full test, and they bring it to a lab to check.
They didn't ask for that because we called the airlines.
Really?
They would have told us.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So they
I
didn't.
think they'll do it in the U.S. That's why.
Oh yeah, maybe.
All right. Cool. Well, you're a U.S. citizen, so it's no problem.
Yeah. It's easy.
It's like you're coming back home.
Exactly.
But your wife's gonna follow you now or later?
Later. She still has a year left in college.
Cool.
So when she's done with that,
And she goes to UP, right?
yeah, yeah. So she'll be good on a a job there in the States.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, if you can't carry, you can be the stay-at-home dad, right?
No.
Hey.
I'll get into cannabis. You know.
Okay.
That's the goal.
Yeah,
you know.
that's the goal. I
That's the
mean,
goal.
really, you know, like even for me, I really do believe there's a big future in that.
Exactly.
Even for this country, but
Yeah.
they're just not catching it.
We gotta wait till all the boomers leave.
Yeah.
We gotta let the youth, you know,
You
the
gotta let the
educated
youth
the educated youth, you know, because
take over. yeah.
exactly. There's a lot of smart kids, man, and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel like
no. In
I
the
feel like the
Philippines?
Philippines needs that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Like I don't know if you're cool talking about cannabis on here.
No. I mean, dude, you know, cannabis is such a overbloated subject.
So
No
I'm
matter
saying.
where you talk about it in the Philippines, it's always taboo because it's like, oh, it's illegal.
Yeah.
You know, but the only reason it was illegal was way back when, you know, it was introduced side by side with some of the hardest drugs in the world.
Exactly.
You know, meth is the biggest problem here.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same in Indonesia. Meth is another big problem.
Yeah.
And I feel that is a constant when it comes to hard drugs. Meth always is very big in countries that are very, very poor.
Yeah.
But when I say poor, I mean mentality-wise.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I feel like the Philippines, many people grow up with a poor mentality. And when I
Yeah.
say that, I don't mean it in a bad way.
No, I do. I totally
You know,
agree.
like poor mentality meaning like a lot of them think that, you know, money is everything.
Yeah.
That's also a very poor mentality. It's like they rely on money to the point that they cheat family members for money.
Yeah.
Like I've seen that happen. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not just talking out of my ass. You know, it's happened. I've experienced it.
Yeah.
You know, and money can be a very sensitive issue, especially in a third world country.
Yeah.
But the Philippines is growing.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the youth in the Philippines is gonna do some massive, like groundbreaking changes.
I hope
You know,
so,
like,
man.
Like this future, this generation coming in. I mean, COVID is just the start. It's just
Yeah.
the beginning. It's like a reset. You know, we have a chance to do something now.
Yeah.
And like, I believe for all the people, if any of you out there, 20 to 30, like really, the thing I would love to let you know is just that the fact that, hey, you know, like I'm just as young as you. I might not be Filipino. I might not talk Filipino, and it's the same with Gav here. But we could both agree on the fact that the Philippines is a fucking lovely place.
Yeah. It's beautiful,
right?
man.
It's a beautiful place, and
Beautiful.
and people. I mean,
Yeah.
we just care about each other a lot here.
Yeah.
To the point that sometimes it gets a little bit over.
Yeah,
you know,
like
overdone.
I said, like the Philippines, it has its pros and cons, but like this is really where I found myself. You know, like I know who I am type.
Well,
Yeah, I met Jesus here, like, you know.
oh well, there
yeah.
you go. I mean, you know, like for a lot of people, like you
Like,
know,
literally.
even finding God is hard.
Yeah.
You know, like I spent years looking for what I wanted to. You know.
Yeah.
Like, I really did all I could. You know, but at the end of the day, you know, God is God.
Exactly.
Whatever form, whatever name, whatever place, belief, it's still the same thing. God
Yeah.
still is that same one.
Yeah, like to be honest, like that's probably how me and you met.
Yeah.
It's through God, you know.
Yeah, it was through God.
I met Jakey through him.
I came to favor one day because you know the Jimenez bros were like, hey, you know, like
Yeah.
come check favor out, right? So
Yeah.
you know, like for me, I'm not a very religiously stuck person.
Yeah, same.
Like I'm very
yeah.
open, but I'm open because you know, like I've experienced multiple
Yeah.
forms of
Yeah,
spirituality.
for me too. It's like I had to really experience it for me to like really truly put faith into
Through
it.
someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like to be honest, man, like my friends in the States, you know, who I really did dirt with, like some crazy stuff with, like the friends that I made here, they're more like of bros to me, you know, because I'm just saying, man, like I'm going back to the States and some of my homies that like were my homies,
They don't.
they
talk,
they ain't,
don't-
yeah, they're ghosts right now, you know. And I know that if I ever came back to the Philippines and I hit up one of my boys here, they'd be like, yeah, dude, let's, you know,
Yeah,
let's connect.
Like we'll
Yeah.
meet up, you know, like no
Yeah.
matter we go halfway across the city.
Exactly.
Like right now,
Exactly.
you came all the way north, I came all the way from the south. Like
Yeah.
you know,
So
what's up?
that's what I'm saying. So it's like, I'm not gonna down or you know put down any of my friends from the States, but it's just like,
Well, kinda sucks.
where you at? You know,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
we've done some crazy stuff together. Like, you can't just, you know.
Yeah, relationships are tough, man.
Yeah, it's all good though.
With friends.
Like I said, I'm going there with a different mentality. You know.
And I'm sure you'll meet them along the way.
Yeah.
Probably help them too.
Yeah, I just want to see what's up. You know, like I haven't spoke to them in so long. Kind of just want to know what's up because everything changes, especially in the States. Everything changes.
I can say that as much as 6 months go by, things have already completely changed.
Yeah.
6 months does a lot.
Exactly.
Right? So what about how many years has it been now?
Since I've been there,
Yeah,
it's been a minute. Yeah.
it's been a while.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey man, you know, like, thank you for sharing that. Is there anything really, you know? I mean, we're young, right? Like, this is not even the end for us. This is just the start. And I'm pretty sure one day in the future I'll come back and see how you're doing and like let's tell everybody what happened. But like, hey, is there anything, you know, you'd love to like say to people like growing up who are here maybe or who are back in the States, or anything you kind of want to leave, like as someone who's been through the ringer, let's say, or someone who's been through the stuff that a lot of people will, you know, like parents will tell their children and be like, stay away.
Yeah.
You know, like the stuff that makes us look like we're horrible people.
Yeah, well,
I mean, the truth of it all, really.
yeah, you know, like, you know, like if I were to go back and talk to myself before coming here,
Yeah.
you know, like to anybody going through like addiction, you know, any of that type of stuff, like there's so much more to life, you know, than to be in that ditch where just like all you think about is like working type, like
Yeah.
are you thinking like to the point where you're just drowning yourself in substances, you know, like there's so much, you know, I mean, not everybody has the opportunity to do what I did and like got here to get clean, but like if you just toughen it out type thing and like really just take a break and just, you know, figure yourself out, dude, there's so much to life that I've just realized, you know, like I could have been dead, man, you know, and like I wouldn't have experienced everything that happened between these like times here in the Philippines. You know, I know nobody here. I don't speak the language, you know.
But you met a lot of people.
Yeah, I met a lot of people. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so much more to life. Like, you think that, you know, that you're going through something crazy, something that's like you're just stuck, but like
it's just a bump in the road.
it's just a bump in the road, man. You know what I mean?
Cool. I love that. Man.
Yeah.
Hey, so I mean, since you're here, I mean, might as well tell them like where to find you. Who knows? Maybe you might get a couple of fans from here. No, I'm kidding. I mean, that's not really the point of it. But either way, I really just like say the word, man. Let them know, you know, any of your stuff you want to share. your IG maybe. I don't know if you
Yeah,
want people to follow you or.
I mean, they can. Like, I'm more of like a lay low type of guy.
Cool.
But yeah, my Instagram's just my name, Gavin Gotidoc.
All right. Cool.
No spaces.
All right. No
Feel me?
spaces.
No
Yeah,
spaces.
you heard that, guys. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, I mean that's about it, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to share a lot more. But
I'm glad I got to do this, man.
There's still a lot more
Yeah.
for you to do, and I wanna kind of like leave that as a little bit of a question mark. So, Gab, how do you see yourself now? Like, what do you think? If somebody would come to you and ask you, like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Like, what would you tell them?
I do it. To be honest, I do what I want. Like, that's what you gotta live like life by. Like, don't be like, oh, my parents won't approve of this. Oh, this person's gonna say something. Just do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you want to get married type thing, just do it. Like, what's holding you back? You know, you're only so young. Like, I don't want to do all this, get like tattoos when I'm like 45 and I have a career type job. No, do it now. Like, do whatever you want to do now. You know.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Years is
Yeah.
where we really should just do anything.
Just do what you want to do, man. Like, I hate it when there's something like, I can't do this because of this. You know what I mean? Like,
What about morally speaking, though?
what do you mean morally?
Values-wise, like, are there some things that you really think people shouldn't ever do?
Oh yeah, what I mean is like,
No, I know what you mean.
Like, if it's
generally, if there was something that was really bad, what would that be?
like if I wanted, like,
There's one thing you
Like-
could tell them to stay away from.
just I have a lot of friends who are like young and they're like, I'm so young, I want to do drugs and go to parties and experience that type of stuff. Like, you really don't have to. Like, you can just watch people do it and like know from them. Like, especially for me, like I was that type, like I wanted the party to keep going, so I would do something like, and then have everybody else do it. So like you're still hyped, like you still have that hype feeling. But like, that's what I mean. Like, don't do stuff like that.
But it's okay.
Yeah, I'm talking
Like,
about stuff that makes you that actually.
You don't have to do
Yeah, it's not gonna make you more happy, type stuff. Like,
Exactly.
actually do stuff that make you happy. Do stuff that you feel like God's telling you is the right thing to do, and just do it. That's what I mean. Nothing like, you know what I mean? Like, don't get a tattoo on your face just because you
No,
want. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
actually,
I mean, hey, that's fine if they want it.
yeah, of course, if they want it, and they know they know their life. You know your life, how you want to do it. Like, if you know how you're situated in, like, you have goals and that, then do what you want to do for that type of stuff. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Any regrets so far?
No, I feel like everything that happened in my life happened for a reason. Like, I don't believe in coincidences.
Cool.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
same.
I feel like even
It's
like
meant to be.
yeah, even when I have like dreams and stuff like that, I feel like I'm in the right. When something happens like that, I feel like I just have that feeling that I'm where I'm supposed to be. You know?
Let's hope for everyone too.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm sure you'll know it. You'll
Yeah.
know. You'll know.
yeah, no, I think anybody in that moment, right?
Yeah, you'll know.
They will know, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Okay, cool. Well, hey, thank you so much, man. Like,
Thank you, brother.
like Stay Woke Living has been kind of on a pause, but we're bringing it back with you, and I'm very thankful. Like,
course, me too.
shit, you're gonna be all the way in the States. Maybe we'll catch you on a Zoom, or I'll catch you in person. But
Yeah.
either way, man, just keep staying woke. Oh, by the
Course.
way, though, but before we end,
Yeah.
you gotta tell them, like, stay woke doesn't mean anything for you.
Of course. Of course. Like,
Anything. Here, look at this one. This
Yeah.
guy's got your face, clean.
like when you're telling me first about like your thing about stay woke, like how you're gonna change the world and stuff like that, like
Whoa.
no, when I first met you, that's what you said.
Sure.
Of course, because like that's the mentality that you have to have.
Yeah.
Especially like with the government and stuff like that's what it means to me. Like when you're staying woke is like knowing the lies, because the government, anywhere you're at, Philippines, America, the government lies, and if you could stay woke on those types of things that they're lying in, that's where it's important for me. Like questioning everything type of thing.
Question everything.
Question everything.
I
Yeah.
agree.
I always question everything. You know what I mean? Before anything, you really got to question it. Is $600 stimulus check enough? Nah.
Okay. Wow.
Nah, man. I haven't even got my stimulus check.
Just check.
Man.
Okay. So staying woke is just knowing where things lie.
Yeah. Just being like not being sheep and just, oh, that person says this, I'm gonna agree with that just because I didn't do my research. I'm gonna agree with that. Like that's not being woke. You're just
following.
You're following. You're not. You need to be like I have my differences in politics, but like if you could tell me a legit reason why, like I know you've done research. Like all right, I get why you support that person type thing.
But you'd still.
Yeah,
you'd
of course.
Still do your own
Of
work
course.
anyways, right?
Of course. Like all of my political views is because of stuff that I want. I like my guns.
True.
You know, like that's if you do your research, you'll know whose side I'm on for that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like even here in the Philippines. Of course. I'm all about my guns, man. And they want to take it away. And I think there's reasons why they want to take it away.
Yeah.
You know, that's
it's pretty good reasons to
yeah.
know.
I mean,
because of what's going on, like
yeah.
you know, color-wise.
Exactly.
Which shouldn't really exist, and I don't even know why I say color. You know, I'm not
Yeah.
even gonna say racism because it shouldn't exist.
Exactly.
It's something we're making up.
Exactly.
But damn, what do you expect when you land in America? You think people will be woke?
I hope
heard
so.
A lot of people over there are a little bit going
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going crazy.
Stir crazy.
Yeah, but like I said, when I'm going there, I'm just gonna have that mentality about my goals. I'm gonna do my goal, check off my goal list, and if I do it correctly, we should be good. Like me and my family should be good. You know, like I wouldn't step into this in a crazy time if I didn't. You know, if I didn't think it would work out. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right then. Well, that's great. Thank you for that, man.
Of course, brother.
All right. So, guys, that's it for today. You know, we have a couple more coming up. Really, really awesome people, actually. But just stay tuned for that. I hope we get this back to you in time. It's actually December, so if you see this and it's January, sorry. But hey, as always, usually we gotta do this and we gotta remember, man. You know, staying woke, it's not easy. I don't even think I'm woke, even though a lot of people will say so.
Yeah.
You know, but woke is it's experience, man. You gotta go through life to be woke. You gotta go through life to know how to be woke.
Exactly.
But I like the fact that this guy next to me is already on his way. So
let's go, man.
Good luck to you, man.
Appreciate that, brother.
And have fun in the U.S.
Let's go.
And
I'll see you there soon.
yeah, bro, for sure. You know, like we'll link up, you know, and maybe we'll shoot another video then.
Yeah, let's do
That'd
it.
be lovely.
Let's do it. This time we can have a little bit of product on the table.
Sure. I mean, the next time, who knows?
Hey.
Things are always moving. Who knows? You might be back here and it's there, you know. Like,
Yes, sir.
But either way, guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode. I know it's a little bit of a weird kind of willy-nilly, like we just kind of just shot it out, but you know, thank you anyways, and just keep tuning in. There's a lot more coming. Gavin, maybe you could help share.
What's up?
Stay woke.
Let's go.
Where can you find us?
What do you mean, here in the Philippines? Like
No,
we're
YouTube.
Oh, okay. Yeah, YouTube.
No, I'm kidding. Anyways, no, I didn't prep him. It's fine. I'm just kidding, guys. You can find us on YouTube. Just search Stay Woke Living. You'll actually find us right on top of Redbone's song. You know, Childish Gambino. Awesome song, actually.
If you guys start making
Childish, if you see this, I want to use your song for our intro, man. Let me know. Like,
yeah, and if you guys start
I'm
making
serious
clothing,
about it.
man, send me a bucket hat.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Send me some clothes,
merchandise actually
man.
coming soon.
Yeah.
More about that another time. You know, I'll share an episode about that.
Yeah, you should.
You know.
That'd be
Stay Woke Living, same on IG as well. Facebook as well. You can find us anywhere. Message us anytime. You know, if you're really, really out in the dirt, if you know what I mean, shoot us a message, man. I'm always looking to help. I'm always reaching out. And as always, open heart, open mind, guys. And just keep staying woke.